Hey guys, it's Beer Hunter here. I'm making this video in response to Philoscope 77 how to run a Minecraft server. Now in this video it goes into port forwarding to be able to allow players to connect. Now fortunately for him, his router is pretty straightforward and it's done it in easy to follow steps. Now I know a lot of routers aren't like that, such as Netgear, Linskys, Segums and such as the like. Now this is what my video is for. It's just basically a tutorial to forward ports on the not so easy routers. Now the first thing you want to do is open a web address and go to this page, portforward.com. Now you'll be greeted with this page. This page is anything you need to know about port forwarding. It gives you guides based on routers, it'll give you games on which you want to port forward, and it'll also give you the ports for those games. Now if you scroll down a bit, and you'll see a lot of links. These are all the routers and models that portforward.com has got written guides for. As you can see, Segum, Lingo, Linskys, Siemens. There is a wide range of routers on this page. As you see, it scrolls down quite a lot and they're all in alphabetical order. If you don't know the model of your router, there should be a sticker on your router and that should give you the model. If failing that, there should be a model name on your router box. So either way you should easily be able to get the router model. Now I'm with Sky Broadband and I've got a Segum Fast 2504 router. So let's click that. As you can see, you've agreed to with this. This is basically advertisement for the software, which is basically ports forward. Sorry, I can't speak. It forwards the ports for you. For the sake of £29.95, which is basically 20 quid, I don't see the point for an extra 10 minutes work, so I'm going to skip the advertisement. As you can see here, we're in a router page for the Segum Fast 2504. Now scroll down, you'll see another page of links. This is everything you might want to forward ports for, such as Xbox Live 360, Ruse, Ranrack Online server, Ragdoll Kung Fu server, whatever that is. And it also has Minecraft. So if we control F, as you see, it's already written because I've done this video 3 times. If I click the Minecraft server, and this will give you step-by-step instructions based on your router how to forward ports. Now I'm not going to leave the tutorial at that. I'm actually going to show you how to do it based on this router. Now the first thing you're going to come across is the static IP address. It is better to have a static IP because your IP does change, but I've never had a problem with it such as yet, so I'm going to leave that one out. Now to access your router, you're going to need your internal IP address. Now the guide tells you your IP address, but if you want to be clever and you want to think you know how to use computers, you can do it this way. On Windows XP there is a run command here which you can use. On Vista and 7 you still have a search bar, so I'm just going to use the command function cmd in the search bar, and it brings you up with this command.executable. Now what you want is ipconfig. Now this is actually the better way to do it because there's 2 IPs in this that you will need, and one of them doesn't cover this. So what the IPs you want to focus on, if you scroll to the top, which I've done there, there's 3 IP addresses. Now right at the very top. Now we're going to focus on 2 of these. The IPv4 address is your computer's address, what you're accessing now. So as you can see, mine's 192.168.0.8. Your default gateway is your router's internal IP address. Now the external IP address is what people use to connect to your network, and the internal IP address is what you use to connect to your own network, if you get me. Now, we're going to need both of these pretty soon, so I'll leave this window open. What you want to do is you want to access your router. So if we open a new web page, we're going to insert 192.168.0.1 the default gateway, which is this one here, your router's internal IP address, and you'll be prompted with an authentication box. Now there's default ones on here. Oh, no one. Oh. Okay, I cannot access it. Ah, there we go. I wasn't sure what I was doing wrong there, but never mind. As you can see, we're accessing our router. Now, the passwords and usernames are also in the guide. As you can see, the default username is admin, and the password is sky. Ah, that's what I was doing wrong. I was using the capital letter. Anyway, yeah. So you've got a lot of these 4 different routers, and they will be on the guide. Now, next thing you want to do is in your router, when you're greeted with your router page, is look for any link that says anything about port forwards, says anything about gaming, gaming ports, such as that. Now, or security even. Now, mine is under security. Now, have a click on the security tab. And we'll click on services. Now, the services and actual forward ports are usually on the same page in most routers. Unfortunately for Sega, they're not. Now, as you can see, I've already got a Minecraft server from what I don't use anymore, and one where I forgot to delete after I did the last video. Anyway, to save face, we're going to add another one. So I'm going to add custom service. So there we go. Now I'm not sure what type it uses, so I'm going to use both. The port for Minecraft is 25565, 25565. Now this is a direct port forward. Now for some reason it doesn't work on my computer. And what I've used to get around that is a port forward range, which is a range of ports. Now what I've done is gone one below and one high. So I want to go 25564 and 25566. Now if the direct port doesn't work, try this. If that doesn't work, try one range port forward. But for this tutorial, I'm going to keep it with that. And I click apply. I should have deleted that one first. Apologies for this. Come on. Ah, there we go. Right. So we're not going to do that. As you can see, the setups for it. Now, what I'm going to do is just use this one here. As you can see, the ports are ranged from 25564 to 25566. Now, we've added a service which basically tells the router which service to interact and what ports to send it to. Now, under the Sega Fast 2504, I'm not sure about the other Sega models, it is on two separate pages, so I'm going to go to firewall rules, and once this loads I'll show you how to port forward. Here we go. As you can see, we've got an outbound service and an inbound service. Now, as far as I can understand, inbound services connections that come into your computer. Now, outbound services are data sent away from your computer. So, for this instance, we're going to need an inbound service. So, we're going to, as you can see, I already added one, but I'm going to run through the steps anyway. So, let's add an inbound service. Now, as you can see, the service list here. Now, this will be a one page on many routers. You'll just put in ports and then you'll do the rest instead of actually listing the service. Now, I'll just click the service I made earlier, always allow. Now, the LAN server, this is basically what tells the router which computer to send it to. Now, this is where we need your IPv4 address. So, as you see, mine is 192.168.0.8, and that 192.168.0.8. Now, what that will do, once I get a connection from my external IP to my router, the router will encode that connection following this command, and it will send it to this IP address, which is my computer's internal IP, and that's how you'll connect. Now, what we're going to do is leave everything as it is and apply. And oh, it has done it. So, as you can see, it's all done. Now, what you want to do now is get your external IP. There's two ways of doing this. You can either go back to portforward.com, scroll down and it'll give you your external IP address, or you can go to an address chicken.com, and that will also give you your address. Now, this is the address you want to give to your friends that you want to play on the net on the server. They'll enter that into the Minecraft multiplayer server address bar. That will then send the connection to your router, which will send the connection to your computer via this address and follow the port, and then you'll be playing Minecraft. So I hope that helped, guys. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave me a message, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you later. Take it easy.